Hello and welcome to climbingarborist.com. In this episode of rigging techniques, I'm going to show you how to use a limb balancer, otherwise known as a spider leg. This is used for balancing limbs in advanced rigging techniques. In this demonstration of using the spider leg, I'm going to show you some footage of me out on the worksite removing a poplar tree using this bit of kit. But firstly, I'm just going to tell you a bit about it. This is a 3/8 bit of 10x, it's 12 feet in length, and it has a large eye in the end of it. To use the limb balancer or spider leg, it has to be a bit thinner than your rigging line, else it won't bite, so it's got to be thinner. And I'm using the 5/8 rigging line, which is just the standard rigging line really. So the limb balancer is rated for just over £6,000 or about 3,000 kilograms. So the way to attach it, this can be done either by the climber in the tree or by the groundsman. It's probably easier for the groundsman to do it while the climber is getting himself ready in the tree. Just tie a clem heist knot to attach it to the line. Pull the tail through the eye, so that's what the large eye is for, tying the friction hitch. Then take the other end, steel carabiner, and I'm going to tie an anchor hitch as the termination knot. Really nice and easy to tie the knot on there because the line is quite thin. And then on the end of the carabiner you just connect your webbing sling, just for quick, easy, knotless rigging. Then on the end of the rigging line I've also got a carabiner with a webbing sling. And the beauty of this is if you don't want to use the spider leg on a few of the branches, you just want to just rig it down normally, you can connect the end of the spider leg to the end of the rigging line and just move the friction hitch up and tighten it down. And then it's not going to be dangling in the way, but you've still got it there for if the next branch comes along that you need to rig using the spider leg, it's there ready to use. So it can be on the rigging line the whole time you're taking down the tree, but maybe you're only using it 50% of the time, and then once you've finished with it completely, say if you're just using it for low limbs, you can take it off and then rig as normal. So here I'm just getting the rigging line from the groundsman, and he's tied on the spider leg onto the end of it. So I just pull it up and then I'm going to attach the spider leg onto the rigging line in the way of tying a clem heist knot. I find this is probably the best knot to use from experience. So just tie and dress the clem heist, and then the spider leg's attached. Now I'm just connecting the webbing strap to the end of the spider leg, and then another webbing strap to the end of the rigging line, and this is just going to aid in speed and productivity, because it's going to help with knotless rigging. So just literally put the strap on, connect the carabiner on both ends. So I've climbed out on the tip of this first branch for the demonstration. Just tie the webbing strap on there, clip it to the spider leg, and then I'll come back in, making sure I've got the rigging line with me. So just grab onto the spider leg there, and I've come down to the point where I'm going to attach the rigging line to the butt end. So just tie the webbing strap around there, connect it on, and you can see that the spider leg is quite near the end, so I'm just going to slide that up, and it's going to be a rough guess to balance it. And basically you get the groundsman to tension up the line, and you want, if you can get it, equal tension on both the rigging line and the spider leg. In this case maybe a bit more on the spider leg, just to pull the tip up a little bit. So you can see that was pretty equal, so it was good for the first go. So just putting the face gut in here, putting it onto slightly to the side with a little bit of downward direction as well, and because the direction of the rigging line, it's going to pull it round to that side naturally. And leave a little bit more hinge on the top edge. Slowly nibble away at it, and see it slowly starts to come round, avoiding the building there, which is why we're using the spider leg. And it's just holding on. Nip that bit off, and you can see it's come off nice and level. Easy for the groundsman to then spin round as they need to. And it's also quick for the groundsman to unclip with using the webbing straps. So second limb here, I'm going to do the same again. I've already tied the spider leg onto the tip, just fastening the end on, and you'll see on this one that first time round there's more tension on the rigging line itself than on the spider leg. It's a little bit loose. So all you have to do to adjust it, pull the rigging line back down again, slide up the spider leg, couple more feet, then tell your groundsman to just tension it up again, and you can see this time it's pulling on the tip a little bit, which is perfect, just because that's where there's going to be a little bit more weight. From this angle it's hard to tell, but with this limb, if I'd have just rigged it in the standard form of butt rigging, there's a chance that it would have brushed the side of the building, just because these limbs are probably about 40 feet in length. So same again, just put the face cut in the side, just so it's going to swing it round once the rigging line sort of catches hold. And just putting the back cut in, and it'll slowly start to go. Swings round, nice and clean, very controlled, and then the groundsman just lowers it down nicely on the porter wrap. And then third demonstration, I've already got the spider leg and the rigging line set up, so you can see that building there, pretty close to the tree, especially with limbs the length of these poplar limbs. So the spider leg really comes into its own on trees like this. It just prevents having to rig these limbs down in like 3 to 4 pieces just to avoid the buildings. Where you can do it in one piece, it just saves so much more time, and all it takes is having that one inexpensive bit of kit. So I'll do the same again here, leaving a bit more hinge on the top side. And you'll see when they lower it down, it's very easy for the groundsman to handle, because it's nice and level. They can just grab hold of some of the branches and spin it around to the direction that they desire. Really, really easy. And so thanks for watching. Hope that's explained how to use a spider leg.